Good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. This is episode 42 of Making the Man, and I am stuck in traffic. It is currently 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, stuck in traffic. Just come back from the gym and also changing my tires. Very expensive. I thought it was just going to be an easy infill job, but it turns out three of my tires were 8 years old, and as in the tires that came with the car when the car was manufactured. And one of them was not even a run flat tire, and it was brand new, but made the vehicle illegal to drive. So I've amended that now. We have 4 brand new run flat tires. Quite a hefty bill, but I'd rather be legal and road safe than not. So that was that. Before that, we went to the gym. We did a leg day, and we did about a kilometer walk on the treadmill, and that was good. Leg day consisted of plate loaded leg press, then calf raises, followed by hamstring curls on the machine and leg extensions on the machine. All good, all 2 sets, heavy. And yeah, I'm now driving back home to go out for what was meant to be breakfast, but now lunch with my partner. And yeah, going to relax the rest of the day. I'm gonna make some more shorts for this channel. That's on the menu today. Gonna read a little bit and maybe do some stretches because my legs are ridiculously tight. And then we've got the UFC this evening, I believe. It's in Azerbaijan, which means that I should be able to catch it for UK time, hopefully. I'm gonna look into that though. So yeah, and that's probably gonna be my evening there. And yeah, I'm gonna prep some ideas for videos for next week. Maybe something sit down, perhaps. I will look into my schedule and see. But yeah, that's the plan. A topic I wanted to talk about yesterday, which I never got around to talking about, was the topic of persistence. And lately, maybe the last 5 videos, this channel used to average 2 to 5 views per video. And ever since doing a few shorts, it seems to be that the channel's peaked and then gone back to 0 views. And not that it's discouraging or anything, because this is firstly for me before anything else making these videos, so it doesn't discourage me. But you know, you see some progress and you think, oh okay, we're building up slowly here, and then you discover that no, it was actually just a blip on the radar. You're actually not putting any views, you're not putting anything else. And that brings me to the topic of persistence and staying on top of something even when the outcome seems to be null or negligible. And yeah, it just had me thinking, because the thought of why am I making these videos has not crossed my mind at all. And I was thinking, why have I not thought this way? And I think the reason is because I'm not thinking of making these videos to get views. It's the way you think about the thing you're doing which affects the desired reward. For me, the desired reward is making the videos and having this as a record to go off of when I look back on it. Not necessarily making, yes, it would be cool to get loads of views, get loads of comments, loads of likes, build a community, that would be cool, and that is something I'm working towards. But I think I need a track history of commitment to making these videos before I can even think about getting that. And that's why I'm doing the shorts, just to see if I do some sort of short form content, will the channel get more exposure, will I find more like-minded people, things like that. But in the near future, it's more of a case of falling in love with the craft as opposed to falling in love with the reward. Because my reward is putting this out there, learning how to edit, streamlining my editing process, becoming better, becoming faster, becoming more efficient, and making the shorts, finding the best points in the video and you know, making good quality stuff and talking about good quality topics instead of just talking about anything, you know? And yeah, that's what I think I've gained from doing this, where, you know, maybe the average person just wanted to build a community, get loads of views, and then monetize the views, which is, you know, I assume that's everyone's goal when it comes to making videos on YouTube, and maybe even documenting their life. They want to document it, make money too. Obviously everyone would love to make money online. That's not a critique or a knock on anyone who does want to do that. But I think before thinking about financial success, and maybe that spurred you on to making the decision to start uploading videos and, you know, wanting to grow as a content creator per se, I think you need to fall in love with actually making the videos and documenting it, and wanting to, like, really wanting to sit down and, yeah, let's make a video, I want to talk about this topic, or yeah, let's make a video, I want to do this cool transition in the video, or I want to, you know, tie in this into the video and make it look cool, and, you know, increase my cinematography skills or my editing skills. I think that's the bit you need to fall in love with first, and then success will come with it. But that brings me on to the topic of persistence, in the sense where don't get discouraged when things aren't going your way, or when something that was normal, like views, dips down or even disappears. Don't get discouraged. You know, just stick to what you know, stick to making those videos, stick to falling in love with the grind, and good things will come from it. 100%. You never hear of anyone who puts 100% of their effort into something and doesn't succeed in it. It's literally impossible, in my opinion anyways. Unless you guys can tell me, you know, oh yeah, there's this person who put literally 100% effort, his full effort, full commitment into something, and he didn't succeed. And even if you don't, maybe the definition of your success in that commitment to whatever you're doing, if it's like making 100 million and you only made 1 million, you still succeeded, you made 1 million, you know? So I guess it is up to interpretation as well, but I guess the general message I wanted to make in this video is have persistence and fall in love with the journey and not the outcome. This was also mentioned in the book Atomic Habits. It's falling in love with or becoming motivated by the progression and the everyday struggle, rather than falling in love with the, you know, the amount of days you've done it for, like the reward. And it's a good mindset to have, because then you can apply it to everything, like the gym. Falling in love with the struggle of every single day in the gym, you're grinding, you're working out, you're putting in the effort, instead of looking at a picture of a dream physique and thinking, that's what I want, and you're only ever thinking about the goal, you're not thinking about improving on a day-to-day basis. And I genuinely think that if you switch your mindset from being stuck in the rut of not being committed to the grind, then you won't ever reach the goal. And I'm currently going through that right now, you know? I'm currently going through that grind. And maybe my goal isn't necessarily defined. Maybe my goal is just a number. Maybe my goal is just a certain amount of reach or engagement. I have never put a definition on my goal. And maybe I should, so I can work towards the goal. Because as I'm falling in love with the grind, the goal starts off very far away and then it gets closer. I do have a goal, to be fair, and it's not like a crazy goal, but it's something that I've set for myself that I think is achievable and realistic. But I'm not necessarily putting in 100% effort, as I'm currently trying to fall in love with the process. And I think that's a good lesson for anyone who is in this position, making content, or I guess in life, just genuinely not falling in love with the grind and falling in love with the potential reward. I think that's a mindset switch that needs to be made in order to succeed. And you know, later down the line, it's got a buzz. Later down the line, in 5 years time, maybe I have got all this success and achieved all these great things. But if I never, and I'm sure future me, future Alex 5 years ahead is going to say, if I never fell in love with the grind, then I was never going to make it, or none of this would have happened. And that's why I think that it's important to fall in love with the grind, because then you can attribute your success to your commitment to the grind. And I think that's a good life path to follow in general, not just for content creation. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that topic. I'm at the end of the traffic now, thank God. But it has stopped raining as well, so maybe things are up today. Maybe the weather's going to improve. It was meant to be the hottest day of the year today so far, so 29 degrees, but it's been raining and cloudy all day, so well, that's to look forward to. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening wherever you're on the world. I really appreciate you watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.